Well, this is a nice treat tonight. Xavier's still all-time wins leader. Pete Gillen joins us. Coach, how are you?
Great, Mike. Great to be with you.
Tell me what you're doing in town with this All for One Foundation and the golf tournament.
Well, it's a big fundraiser for Xavier, and they invited me to come back and speak, and it's really been exciting. See a lot of old friends. I love Cincinnati, my favorite place to live. Xavier's a wonderful school, and see some former players and friends. So really exciting to be here for 2 or 3 days.
All right, I made a promise. It's definitely better for our viewers to hear from you than me tonight. So let's rapid fire. We don't have a lot of time. I want to get to as much as possible. Let's talk first about the college, because you're doing a lot of broadcasting for the CBS Sports Network and doing a terrific job with that.
Thank you, Mike.
The college one-and-done situation.
Right.
Do you think it needs changing, and do you think the NBA will step in at some point and rectify it?
I think it needs changing. I'd love to have it go 2 or possibly 3 like baseball. I'd like to see that happen. Right now, the NBA Players Union, they're the key, you know, and I would think they'd want it. I think some of the players would want to hang on another year or 2 and delay these guys coming into college. But I think eventually it'll change. Mike, it has to. It's not helping the NBA, these young men going too early. They're not ready.
Well, they say the next thing that or the first thing that the Players Association would be willing to give up in the next CBA is this rule. So we'll see where that goes. People don't realize, or maybe don't remember, in 1994 you were an assistant to Coach Don Nelson on a FIBA World Cup championship team, gold medal winning team.
Right.
We've seen Paul George's injury. We've seen Kevin Durant pull out of this year's FIBA Cup.
Yep.
Do you like the idea of the NBA players continuing on in this role? And remember, in '94, that was the second cycle, I guess, because the Dream Team '92 was the first.
Exactly, and I was part of that 1994 team, World University team, as you mentioned. And I like to see it continue, but once again, this doesn't happen that often. But it's devastating, certainly, for the Pacers, losing Paul George, a great player. So I like to see him keep the pro guys, but I can understand the owners not wanting this to happen because you got these franchise players playing and, you know, they devastate their team. So I think it'll continue with just one bad experience, and I think they'll still have pro guys for a long time.
Okay, hopefully that is the case, because obviously that gives us the best chance to bring.
Want to win? Just win, baby.
Just win, baby. That's right. Sure. I think we know who said that. That's right. Okay, give us a little primer now. I know we're several months out from the balls being rolled out for Midnight Madness and the first practice of the season. Give us a little primer, though, on UC and Xavier. Xavier has a tremendous recruiting class coming in. UC, of course, loses one of its all-timers in Sean Kilpatrick. What do you expect to see from both?
I think both teams will have great seasons. Xavier's very young but very talented. A lot of new guys, 6 new guys, transfer from Indiana. So, but I think their trip to Brazil really helped them. 10 practices, Mike, they had before they went. Sure. They had 4 games down there. Maybe the competition wasn't great, but still 4 wins is great. Confidence, camaraderie, tremendous cultural experience. They got 2 credits academically. They took some preparations before, you know, some class studies, so it was great. UC Mick Cronin does a fabulous job. I had a couple of his games in the past, and they're tough defensively. You know what I mean? When I coached, our guys thought defense was something you put around the house to keep out the dog and the cat, so we didn't play great there. Mick does a great job, so I think both outstanding teams. I think both teams have a great chance to go back to the big dance.
I only have a minute. I want to get off so many more with you. Kentucky. Harrison twins are back. Alex Poitras is back. Are they back in contention?
They're back. They're loaded. Down to Bahamas. They played great, beating teams by tons of points. Very athletic, some of the guys before. So I think they're going to have an outstanding team. But once again, it's tough to put them all together so quickly, but they're going to be right there to have a great shot at the Final Four once again.
I thought of all of his coaching jobs, last year's was Cal's best.
Did a wonderful job. He's a great salesman now. He can sell snow to people up in Alaska. He's unbelievable.
Give me, right now, the best college coach in America. If you were coaching a game and your life depended on it, who would you want sitting next to you? Not just recording deflections, but really helping you coach it.
There's a lot of great coaches. Once again, I'm going to get 344 guys angry with me, Mike, with that question, right? One guy might say, if he hears about it, but I would go with Tom Izzo from Michigan State. I think he's unbelievable. Great coach, great tournament coach, a wonderful person. There's a lot of great ones, you know, but I would go with Tom Izzo. I think he's an outstanding coach, a wonderful person. There's a lot of stuff with the military. He brings his team over to Germany to play. He sees the whole picture. He plays against minority schools, you know, traditional minority schools. He games against them, you know, help them raise money. He's the best. There's a lot of great ones, but Tom Izzo will be my man.
Coach Pete Gillen, great to meet you. Great success and luck with the One and Done Foundation.
Thank you.
Good luck with the golf game.
Big game tomorrow. Now, they pay me in Virginia to stay off the golf course. You know? One guy said to me, I know we don't have much time. He said, Pete, I gave you some lessons. The pro, he says, listen, take 2 years off, lift weights, start, get your mind together, body together, then quit. So that's my philosophy on that's what he wanted me to do with golf.
You got it right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Mike.